You want to start the interview?
Hey, Tony.
Oh, hey, Tom. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Good, man. Nice to meet you. This is Tom, who showed up on my doorstep a couple days ago through CouchSurfing, Traveler's website, and he kindly has allowed me to interview him for Talk to More People. I wrote about it in the Facebook blog on day 123 that I met Tom. And so, how did you end up from Victoria to Calgary?
Yeah, so I rode my bike. It was a fun ride. But what I have been doing is I've been riding my bike across Canada, and then after about Saskatchewan, I'm headed south, headed back into the States is the plan as of right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And I see you got a couple bumps along the way. What happened there?
Yeah, tattoos seemed like they were a little expensive, so I went with just battle wounds.
Just a little good old road rash.
Yeah, good old Banff decided to really show me the full picture.
Right, but then you had set out a request you told me you set out a request to like about 13 or even 15 people on CouchSurfing, and then
yeah, probably about that.
I was the first one to reply, even though by my standards I replied late. It took like a full day or whatever, I was busy.
Yeah.
But and so you crashed at mine. Can you share with us any of your thoughts around CouchSurfing as a
medium
thing?
Yeah. No, it's great. I think CouchSurfing is a really awesome platform for meeting new people, especially when traveling or in new places. I've used it several times before, not just for crashing, but also just to meet people or go out for coffee or drinks.
Sometimes you do your crashing before you meet the people.
And sometimes I do my crashing before, and then I crash on whatever hard surface or soft surface they have available. But it's been fantastic. I've met great people all along the way. I've gone to places that I never otherwise would not have gone to, and I've explored awesome places like the city of Calgary, which is a really beautiful, pretty awesome city.
It's a good town. Yeah, it's a good town. Yeah, CouchSurfing's had a profound impact on my life, as I'd mentioned to Tom. Shout out to Julian Mendica. Julian, I'll send you this video. Julian was a couchsurfer who showed up on my doorstep in Toronto from Berlin. This is when I was newer to couchsurfing back in 2008, and it just seemed like a good idea for me to drop everything and jump on my bicycle and ride with him to Vancouver, which we did.
From Toronto to Vancouver.
From Toronto to Vancouver,
yeah.
And that was an amazing life-changing experience because that changed my whole career path after that, and we just had a really amazing life experience together with someone who I just met.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that I love about couchsurfing is how it can allow people to meet other amazing like-minded people, and you can quickly just become buddies, friends, whatever.
It's a very spontaneous action, and just through the act of vulnerability that you put yourself into by going to a stranger's place and that stranger that host takes and letting you in, it builds a really strong relationship really quickly. Yep,
totally. And so thanks for being my guest through couchsurfing. My pleasure. So during the first barbecue that we had that night, we got talking about Talk to More People.
Yep.
I've mentioned to you that I'm on this mission to encourage people to have more face-to-face conversations, and I was wondering if you could share some of your thoughts around that, around talking to people.
Yeah, so I think it's a really important thing to be able to have a solid, legitimate conversation with a human being that you have had very little interaction with. The ability to talk to people, to be curious, to ask questions, and to learn is one of the things that makes us human and is beautiful about life. But now it seems that so many of our interactions, or so many of the ways in which we kind of develop relationships, they're based on these internet or these electronic interactions that we develop. And then through those electronic interactions, we finally progress to the ability to have a face-to-face conversation.
Right.
It's very strange in the way it's kind of regressed, or I guess progressed in this respect, but it's a beautiful thing when you find another person like yourself who is not only capable but extremely happy and extremely excited to go out and meet new people and talk to them day after day.
Totally, and as I mentioned to you in that conversation, I'll mention it again, and I've probably mentioned it not less than a dozen times throughout this journey of Talking to More People, is that I've just continuously found that having face-to-face conversations is the greatest way to create new opportunities personally, professionally, romantically in your life, and so I strive to do that as often as I can. Nice to meet you. And
we had a couple Pokemon goers, I think, that just walked through our shot.
Well, that's it.
Not even noticing.
No harm done.
Yeah.
So one final comment I have to make and get your thoughts on as well is that Talk to More People is all about having face-to-face conversations, and I actually felt a little guilty about referencing our encounter on day 123 because of course, you had sent out a request through CouchSurfing and said, "Hey, can I crash at your house?" And we opened the door for you to stay. So actually, we didn't meet through me just bumping into you, which has been the case for every other encounter up until day 123. However, I reference it because we've had this chance still as complete strangers to get to know each other, to figure out how we might be able to support each other as friends moving forward. And I suspect this isn't the last time I will speak to you as you cycle out of Calgary today.
Yeah.
Just wondering if you have any thoughts on that same thing, sort of technology versus face-to-face. Like, is there a hybrid that works, or is it better to be only one or only the other?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back on everything that I just said about electronic medium being the way in which we now meet people, because through these electronic medium like CouchSurfing and warm showers, that's the way in which I've been meeting the majority of the people that I've been staying with. And they have all given me great hospitality. I've all had a really great experience, but if it weren't for the internet and this electronic form of communication, I would not be able to have this as great of a travel experience. I mean, maybe in some respects it would be a little bit more adventurous, but it would definitely be more challenging. So I wouldn't have as many beds, wouldn't have as many meals, things like that.
So possibly the solution, if we look at tech versus non-tech, is to find the right balance of how much you use it and just kind of learning how to manage it.
Moderation. Yeah. Moderation is key in everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks ever so much, Tom, for the chat, the interview, the visit, the meals, the cycling. It's been a real pleasure to host and meet you.
Yeah, and thank you for extending your house to me. Thank you for the great meals as well, the great company, and the great tour, and the great introductions to Calgary and Alberta. It's been awesome.
Absolute pleasure. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
That's it for Talk to More People, day 1, 2, 3. That's Tom. I'm Tony. We'll see you next time.
Have a good day. Cheers.
Okay. See you.
Cool.